Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are checking out the highly requested Lilo and Stitch. This one is from 2002, and all I know about this one is that there's a little guy who gets into some mischief, a young lady, and beyond that, this will be a first-time watch for me.
First time watch for me as well. I know about as much as you do in that aspect, but I did have nieces and nephews that I believe watched it because they're 5 and 7. So I'm ready, willing, and able to see what they loved about this movie.
Yeah, I'm familiar that the film exists, but this was one that was not on the TV at any sort of family functions. So despite having a bunch of nieces and nephews running around, and now my little guy, I have not seen any of this movie at all.
Yeah, I haven't seen one frame except for what I did for our trailer on Patreon.
Oh, good one.
Know of it, just never seen it. So looking forward to seeing what we got here. Let's go!
Oh, this is a mess.
Hey, Bob, we are way behind on schedule, so I'm gonna need you to get everything hooked up like yesterday. All this stuff needs to be done by tomorrow. Gotta have it done.
Boss, I'm not an electrician. I mean, shouldn't we wait for the pros?
This can't be that hard. Couple plugins, couple wires. It's not that big of a deal. We do not have time to wait for the electrician, so just get it done. I'm counting on you, all right?
I'm counting on you. Oh!
Jumping jackrabbits, Bob, what the hell happened?
Oh, I knew this was a bad idea.
Bob's instincts were right, but his supervisor didn't listen. Now Bob's injury could be worth millions.
Wait, did you say millions? Who are these professionals that can help me?
Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury firm with more than 1,000 lawyers and 4,000 case staff ready to fight for you if you become their client. But Bob is worried because he doesn't have the cash to pay for expensive legal fees. Worry no more. When your boss puts you in a dangerous situation and you get hurt, don't settle for less than you deserve. Morgan & Morgan will fight to get you every penny. And the best part, it's completely free unless you win. But Bob feels conflicted. He doesn't want to sue his boss, even if the company hasn't paid him for the last 6 months. When you sue for an injury, you're not suing your boss. You're suing their insurance company. There's no reason to feel bad about getting the compensation you deserve. So if you've been a victim in a car accident, medical malpractice, workplace injury, or any other personal injury, you can hit the link in the description to get Morgan & Morgan to fight for you. Bob did, and he sure is thankful Morgan & Morgan had his back.
Planet Turo. Turo?
Tiro.
Read the charges.
Dr. Jumba Jukiba, lead scientist of Galaxy Defense Industries, accused of illegal genetic experimentation.
That's our guy, Kevin Michael Richardson.
Yes, it is. The head of the first person they shown looks like Thanos' number two. And
My experiments are only theoretical.
We believe you actually created something.
Little robot.
But that would be irresponsible. I would never, ever make more than one. What is that monstrosity? The first of a new species. Experiment 626. Fireproof and can think faster than supercomputer. His only instinct to destroy.
So it is a monster.
Just a little one.
just a little one.
Experiment 626. Show us that there is something inside you that is good.
Oh, robots puking.
Place that idiot scientist under arrest.
It is the flawed product of a deranged mind.
It's like my dog
It
when
has
we're
no
outside.
place among us. Take him away.
But we are getting right to it. Does that little guy remind you of anybody, Oak?
Uncomfortable? Oh, good. Enjoy the trip. Don't get any ideas. These guns are locked onto your genetic signature. They won't shoot anyone. But you. Oh, you.
Just an ear sticking out.
That is a big dude.
Captain Harvey.
Oh, look at that fleet. The sounds are great here.
Quiet, you.
So that's how that works. I think there's a little bug.
Oh!
Jeez.
He's strong.
Yep.
I said he.
3,000 times.
He's got 4 arms, 2 legs.
Yeah, there goes
What was that?
He's taken a police cruiser.
Yeah.
Smarter than a supercomputer.
Oh,
That crazy trog is about to make a jump.
Do not engage hyper.
oh.
Oh, navigation failed.
Get me galactic control.
Where is he? Where will he exit?
Calculating now. Section 005, Area 51. A planet called Yar.
Yarth.
ER.
Area 51.
Who's the expert on the planet going to be?
He won't survive in water. His molecular density is too great. No.
Is that Hawaii?
Yes.
Oh,
We have projected his landing at 3 hours, 42 minutes.
Earth is a protected wildlife reserve. We've been using it to rebuild the mosquito population, which, need to remind you, is an endangered species.
mosquitoes.
Yeah, we don't need mosquitoes anymore.
No.
Agent Blakely at your service.
Can we not simply destroy the island?
No!
Are they intelligent?
No, but they're very delicate. In fact, every time an asteroid strikes their planet, they have to begin life all over.
Quiet capture would require an understanding of 626 that we do not possess.
Does he have a brother? Close grandmother, perhaps?
Is that the guy from Kids in the Hall?
Yeah, it sounds exactly like him.
Oh, yep, that's who it is.
I don't know his name, but I know exactly.
The McDonald something.
Idiot
scientist.
Oh, that reminds me of somebody I know.
Tasmanian devil.
We are willing to trade your freedom for his capture.
626 will not come easily.
Who's gonna control him?
You will.
Oh, wow. They put that in here.
Oh, here's our intro. Oh, Alan.
Alan did some of the Avengers and some Marvel.
Oh, don't let Dwayne get a hold of this one.
Only been to Hawaii once back in 2017. I'd love to go back.
I would love to.
I've never even
Been there.
Based on an idea by Chris Sanders.
An idea.
That's neat.
Who's missing? Yep.
Waiting for a little Jey Uso to come by and yay. I'm gonna have to, folks. How many times have you seen a person get credit for just an idea, even though they are a writer?
And a
That's the
director.
first time I think I've ever seen based on an idea. Yeah.
Stop. Why are you all wet?
It's sandwich day. Every Thursday I take Pudge the Fish a peanut butter sandwich. I'm late because I had to go to the store and get peanut butter because all we have is stinking tuna.
You know.
You're crazy.
Oh, Jesus! That was a hammer fist.
Lilo.
I'm sorry. I won't do it again. I want to dance. I practiced. I just want to dance. Ew,
Shawn
she
Michaels went
bit
through my head
me.
when she said that.
She bit me.
I called your sister. She said to wait for her here on the porch.
Does this look infected to you? Yeah. If you have rabies, the dog catcher are gonna have to cut you. Are you gonna play dolls? This is Scrump. I made her.
Oh, and they're gone. Aw.
Kids
Kind of harsh.
Cool.
Probably doesn't help that, she attacked the one.
Yeah. Hammer fist straight to the nose.
Well, kids can be emotional sometimes.
Lilo? Lilo? You better be home. Watch where you're going.
Ah, that's where she gets it from.
Lilo! Open the door, Lilo!
Go away. Leave me alone to die.
Come on, Lilo. The social worker's gonna be here any minute.
Oh, that was the social worker.
Oh, I'm gonna stuff you in the blender. Push puree. Then
Oh, no.
when he says, this is great. What's your secret? I'm gonna say, nurturing. Hi, you must be the
stupid head.
Is that Michael Clark Duncan?
I can pay for that.
It's a rental.
It's Marcellus Wallace.
Nice to meet you, Mr.
Bubbles.
That's a strange.
Yes, I know.
Wait here.
I always love in the animations where they put the shine on the tie.
Yeah.
You often leave your sister home alone?
No, never. I had to run to the store to get some. Oh, there you are, honey face.
Those scissors by the
Mr.
blender.
Bubbles.
Nice to meet you.
Your knuckles say Cobra. Cobra Bubbles.
I'm a special classification.
Did you ever kill anyone?
Let's talk about you. Are you happy?
I'm adjusted. I eat 4 food groups and look both ways before crossing the street. And get disciplined? She disciplines me real good. Sometimes 5 times a day.
5 times a day?
With bricks.
The other social workers just thought she was a scream.
I am the one they call when things go wrong.
Is this Lawrence Fishburne?
Oh, it's Ving Rhames.
Ving Rhames.
Marcellus Wallace. Oh, you haven't seen Pulp Fiction.
My friends need to be punished.
Call me next time you're left here alone.
Yep.
This did not go well. I have 3 days to change my mind.
The oven.
Nice.
Why didn't you wait at the school?
Yes,
You were
it's-
supposed to wait there. Do you want to be taken away? You're such a pain.
So why do you sell me and buy a rabbit instead? Go ahead, then you'll be happy because it will be smarter than me too.
I brought you some pizza.
Look at the pictures.
We're a broken family, aren't we?
Aw.
No, maybe a little.
I like you better as a sister than a mom.
Oh.
Yeah?
And you like me better as a sister than a rabbit, right?
Oh, yeah.
I hit Myrtle Edmonds today.
Lilo, you shouldn't.
People treat me different.
If you promise not to fight anymore, I promise not to yell at you.
Her face. Here's the rocket. Or the police car, whatever.
A falling star! It's me again. I need someone to be my friend. Maybe send me an angel.
Send me an angel.
Send me an angel, and this is what you get.
Eh. Oh, that's right. He can't do water.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Thron's just sitting there watching.
Look at the damage it
Oh.
did.
We better call somebody.
Oh.
Something that won't die. Something sturdy.
Samba?
Need your name and address at the bottom of the form. Go. Pick someone out.
Hello? Are there any animals in here?
Oh.
What?
Huh. His tail.
How?
That's like the poster.
What is that thing? A dog, I think. Does it have to be this dog? You have to think of a name for him.
His name is Stitch. I want to buy him. Can I borrow
That's how Quinn buys stuff with us.
Wow.
Well, what's he doing?
Keep quiet. He's listening.
How good is his hearing? I mean,
Why don't you run?
that girl is a part of the mosquito food chain.
The mosquito food chain.
Here are educators.
Girl for a shield. This is low even for you. Tear him apart with all both like that.
We cannot see.
That dog.
Okay, I guess we should be going.
My friends.
Oh boy, this is gonna end bad, isn't it?
Oh no, they're gonna be
Sorry
mean
I
to the
bit
new
you
dog.
And pulled your hair.
Well,
And punched you in the
Dog.
face. Apology not accepted.
Oh.
Now get out of my way before I run you over. That is the ugliest thing I have ever saw. Ew, get it away from me. I'm gonna get a disease.
The big wheel.
Irresistibly drawn to large cities where he will back up sewers, reverse street signs.
It's nice to live on an island with no large cities.
okay. We're gonna get a buddy montage.
We're gonna get a lot of Elvis.
You see his face, eh?
I am not a fan of the snow cones, dude.
I love snow cones.
Dude, there can be so hit or miss.
That's my yeah.
Just let us know, eh?
I love how they're not rushing it like it's like they're definitely free. Like, oh, well, let's just take advantage of this.
Like, he'll get tired of this eventually, then we'll get him.
I've done that. Blow apart.
Pixar, it didn't happen, dude.
Next challenge. Is that what you did? You start the cabana on fire?
No, I did not.
Your dog cannot sit at the table.
Stitch is troubled. David! I got a new dog. He used to be a collie before he got ran over.
Did you catch fire again?
Nah, just the stage. If you're not doing anything, this...
David, I told you I can't. I got a lot to deal with right now.
Don't worry. She likes your butt and fancy hair.
I read a diary. What does he like to eat?
Look what I find!
Is that your dog?
Oh, shit.
All is well.
Head looks swollen.
Actually, she's just ugly.
This is not working out.
Who wants to work at this stupid, fakey luau anyway?
This is a great club. You'll like it a lot. Comfy. It's
creepy. Sleep on his Hey! Oh! We have to take him back.
Dad said Ohana means family.
Family.
Ohana means family. Family means
Nobody gets left behind
or
forgotten.
and this is your bed. I filled it with coffee.
With coffee? Somebody just shoves her over.
He's just chugging the coffee.
You don't touch this. Don't ever touch it. Don't pull on her head. She's recovering from surgery. You wreck everything you touch. Why not try and make something for a change?
Look at that. Oh.
This little girl is wasting her time. 626 cannot be taught to ignore its destructive programming.
So she's going to help teach it. I like it.
A mosquito has chosen me as her perch. And another one.
Oh, yeah.
It's a whole flock.
Oh, boy.
It's a whole flock.
Oh, no.
Perfectly described Wisconsin on a muggy summer night.
Yep.
It keeps staring at me like it's gonna eat me.
Hello?
626 was designed to be a monster. He has nothing to destroy. I never gave him a greater purpose. What must it be like to have nothing? Not even memories to visit in the middle of the night.
Oyster farming. Fire eating for fun or for profit? Romance of Iowa.
See, he's sad because he's all alone. His family hears him crying, and they find him. Then the ugly duckling is happy because he knows where he belongs.
You are the duckling there, Stitch.
Want to listen to the king? You look
Oh.
like an Elvis fan.
This little girl's got great musical taste.
Mm-hmm.
Look.
Suspicious. Oh, this is one of my favorite Elvis songs.
Heard you lost your job.
You know, the hours are just not conducive to the challenges of raising a child.
What is that thing?
That's my puppy.
Next time I see this dog, I expect it to be a model citizen.
Model citizen.
New job. Model citizen.
Elvis Presley was a model citizen. Child, a list of his traits, screen practice. Hands on your hips. Now follow my lead.
I am all about coffee.
Let's move on to step 2. Hold it like this. Put your fingers here.
Jeez. Stitch just crushing it.
I just love to answer phones.
This is the face of Lily.
Shirt he's wearing.
She looks like she could use some lovin'. I'm sure Elvis had his bad days too.
I do think we have an opening.
Really?
Okay, this is it.
It's got hair.
So great. You have no idea how badly I need this job.
That belt buckle.
What the heck is this?
Fainting. Oh, it's going so well up until then.
Oh, it's ice cream again.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Of course he's there.
Not very model citizen of him.
Oh. Oh.
Hey, at least he's feeling a little bit of sadness.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Lilo. How's it? Nani.
Hey, he's got that hook necklace.
Oh my God.
No better cure for a sour face than a couple of boards and some choice waves.
Oh, he looks nervous.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, the
not
water.
good.
This might be the best thing for him to kind of simmer him down a little bit.
That's pretty trustworthy now.
Never
He
been
knows
surfing.
what he's doing.
Never been surfing. You guys ever done surfing?
Never tried it.
No.
Just in the Wisconsin Dells.
Well, so looks like our next challenge.
Oh. Oh.
Nobody noticed.
Oh, can't complain, Mom. I'm camping out with a convicted criminal.
Something is not right. 626 is returning willingly to water.
I want a status report.
Oh, things are going well.
Would have expected you back by now with 626 in hand.
Well.
It's living the dream. As long as he doesn't fall off.
That right there's like a roller coaster for him.
Oh, no! Hey!
No.
Some Lola must have stuffed us in a barrel.
Oh, that's.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Stitch dragged her down.
Oh.
Oh.
Is our guy gonna come through?
No.
There we go.
Oh, look at me. Look at me, baby. Are you hurt?
He's unconscious, but I think he's alive.
Oh, there it is.
Ah. The whole day was perfect except when he showed up.
I know you're trying, Nani, but you need to think about what's best for Lilo. I'll be back tomorrow morning for Lilo.
Dick.
Couldn't see the whole day except for that.
Mm-hmm.
When the space aliens were trying to grab him.
You know, I really believed they had a chance. Then you came along.
Oh. Oh. Ouch.
That's kind of brutal.
Wow.
Lilo, honey, we have to, huh?
Don't worry, you're nice. And someone will give you a job. I would.
So how is Stitch gonna save the day here? Ah, finally we get to see it.
It was rainy, and they went for a drive.
Oh.
No.
What happened to yours? I hear you cry at night. Do you dream about them?
Never had a
Doesn't have anybody.
Our family's little now, but if you want, you could be a part of it. Family means nobody gets left behind. But if you want to leave, you can. I'll remember you, though. I remember everyone that leaves.
Ouch. They are hitting us with this one.
All right, little buddy. What's the plan?
You going all the way back to the ship?
Lost.
You got it.
Lost.
I was hoping
Damn.
Mom could come and get him.
Shark. I hate this planet.
Little monster.
Oh, maybe let that one go to voice.
Yeah.
Have you captured 626 or not? Consider yourselves fired and prison bound. Your incompetence is
Wow.
nothing short of unspeakable.
No, we do it my way.
You way.
How soon will you be prepared to leave?
Immediately.
We're gonna have like some big firework ending here. There's a
I don't know what they're setting up.
scientist, I assume, is gonna help out now.
Don't run. Don't make me shoot you.
Waiting.
For what?
Families.
Oh. You don't have one. I made you. You can never belong.
Oh.
Now come quietly, and we will take you apart.
Take you apart?
Oh.
Baby, what's wrong?
Stitch left. It's good he's gone. He didn't want to be here anyway. We don't need him.
Sometimes things have to change. Maybe sometimes they're for the better.
They're hitting us in the feels.
David!
I think I found you a job.
I need you to stay here for a few minutes. I'm gonna be right back.
Oh boy.
Oh. Why don't you just bring her with?
Final straw Hail Mary attempt.
Oh no.
Shh. Your rules.
Caught it!
Oh!
You ain't nothing.
Nice.
Screwdriver.
I'll make you taller and not so fluffy.
Oh no.
They're destroying that place.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Let me stop you.
This house is gonna be so trash when the social worker comes.
Aliens are attacking my house.
Cobra balls.
Blue punch buggy.
Punch buggy.
Everything's under control. Lilo, who was that? Thank you. Oh, I just remembered. It's your birthday.
Merry Christmas.
It's not Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah.
Yup. Dunzo.
You won't be disappointed. I'll show up early to help with the morning delivery.
Well,
Oh. Got a Hummer.
One of them had a giant eye in the middle of his face.
Oh, Lilo.
Oh.
ah, you sugar.
Don't do this.
You know I have no choice.
Is this what she needs?
Oh.
It seems clear to me that you need her a lot more than she needs you.
Oh. Oh no.
Lilo! Lilo!
Oh.
At least the pitcher made it.
He ruined everything.
Oh no.
Well. Oh, look at that. Going to show the
That's
true
what he
form.
really is.
So one of them.
Oh.
Here, Stitch.
No.
Oh.
Of course, he got him.
Yeah. Oh.
What?
Where's Lilo? Talk! I know you can.
Okay.
Oh, look at this.
Lilo.
Experiment 626 is in custody. We'll wait right here. Don't interact with her.
Where's Lilo?
Oh, we're just here for him.
Look at the bright side. You won't have to yell at anyone anymore.
Oh,
Jeez.
dude.
Oh, Hannah.
Huh?
Hey,
Yeah, there you
away
go.
from her.
No. What did you say?
Family.
Oh, Hannah means family. Nobody
Gets left behind.
or forgotten. Gamburger Gabbly.
What? You expect me to help you just like that? Fine.
You're doing what he says.
He's very persuasive.
We're gonna get Lilo?
See? Scientist ends up helping.
The tongue out.
This is Gantu requesting hyperspace clearance.
Stand by for clearance.
There we go.
Oh no, that's still that ship. There we go. Now
That's the coming up like a shark.
Thing comes up through the clouds like Jaws.
Darn it.
Holy shit, that thing's way bigger than what I thought.
I thought you'd like to know that the little abomination is. Okay, it's showtime!
This guy ever gonna get his ice cream?
he even found a secluded spot.
Got it.
Oh!
That.
We finish this now.
Oh, jeez.
So,
Oh my goodness.
oh,
Over
rising up the
lava.
volcano.
Over lava. Into lava. Flammable.
Abomination.
Stupid head.
Stupid head.
Oh, Jesus.
You came back.
Nobody gets left behind.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Oh,
Not when you're family.
Family.
Dog.
Hey, Lilo.
Look at him. Look at him sitting there.
He's all sad.
All dejected.
We have 606.
Hey!
to my ship. I am retiring you, Captain Gantu.
Credit for the capture
Goes to me. If it wasn't for your experiment 626, none of this.
Stitch. My name Stitch. Can Stitch say goodbye?
Yes.
Thank you.
Ah, so now the realization's hitting her finally.
Yeah.
Who are you?
This is my family. I found it. It's little and broken,
Oh.
but still good.
Does he really have to go?
You know as well as I that our laws are absolute.
Didn't you buy that thing at the shelter?
I got the receipt.
I paid $2 for him. See the stamp? I own him.
It's official.
You're stealing.
You look familiar.
Is he like
CIA, Roswell.
1973.
Yes.
This creature has been sentenced to life in exile on Earth. As caretaker of the alien life form Stitch, this family is now under the official protection of the United Galactic.
Whoa, all right. How about that? There we go.
This won't be easy to explain back at headquarters.
We still need a house.
Don't let those two get on my ship.
Oh, so they get to stay behind.
CIA?
Former. Saved the planet once. Convinced an alien race that mosquitoes were an endangered species.
Here we go, the house.
Wait.
Acoustic to electric. I like it. Good for Stitch.
All right, here we go.
at that.
His house out. Oh, they had to save the banger for the end.
What does he have in his mouth?
Oh. Think it was a cigarette?
No, I thought he had like a thermometer. Like he was sick or something.
He had a heater.
Oh, it's a hovercraft. Sounds like the Jetsons.
That is awesome. At least all of them are friends now.
Yep. It all worked out, surprisingly.
Hey, that's the Waikiki Beach Duke statue. Been there?
Oh, they're Graceland.
Hey, they made it.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
by the way, They are now family.
Family. They always were family.
Owane.
Yeah,
That's it.
See that?
Oh.
Not bad.
Oh my
The
goodness.
pacing was like boom, 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 boom,
Well,
too.
hey, like,
Yeah,
like we saw, it's an hour 25. Of course it's going to be quick, but man, that was...
Love the
that was
sounds,
good.
too, of Stitch there.
Yeah, they've knocked it out of the park with Stitch's voice. You slowly got more of it throughout the movie. Like I said, man, this one really kind of hit you a lot harder than I think expected. And I don't know if it's because, maybe in some of the, this is 2002. And I don't know if it was because, kind of the old school animation, I wasn't expecting like the new school kind of gut punch story that you get. And that's not to say that the older movies didn't have the gut punch, but typically a lot of the ones we watched were a little bit more lighthearted and fun here on this channel when they're from that era. It wasn't until we had some of the newer stuff, a la Puss in Boots, Up, Coco, where they really kind of hit you with the gut punches. And in this one, I wasn't ready for it, with the ideas of the family and everything and how they were going to be not together. The sister and Lilo were trying to make things work. So just a real interesting story that I didn't expect. And of course, Stitch was fantastic. Started off as just a complete ball of terror and then eventually kind of worked his way into it when he realized what he was looking for, because the scientist said, he was trained to do one thing, just destroy everything in his path. Once he didn't have anything to destroy, he had to find something else, and he found, kindness and ingenuity and, of course, a family. So that all worked out. But look, the music, they got so much Elvis. Now, obviously, Elvis didn't do every song on here, but most, if not all of the songs in here, Elvis had done at some point. And, of course, Lilo, being a huge Elvis fan that she was, tried to get Stitch to do his best Elvis impression on the beach, and everything was going great until it wasn't. He had the jumpsuit with the belt buckle and the hair, and it all went left. And of course, that's when the social worker saw everything. Not the whole day when everything was going perfect, which is kind of how it is. The aliens show up, wreck the house. It's a disaster. You're thinking, how are they going to come back from this? Because the situation they set us in, I was like, what is Stitch going to somehow get a bunch of cash for him to rebuild the house? Like, what is he going to go on tour playing as Elvis? Like, well, what's going to happen? How are they going to make it work out? And I like that they did, because while it had villains, they weren't. It was weird because it was heavy, very heavy messaging about, families and making things work and fighting through the struggles, but they didn't necessarily have real kind of evil, nasty villains. The villains were kind of goofy and silly, and stuff didn't work out for them. So it was a real interesting balance they did with having heavy tones but not real scary villains, and I thought it was great for that. This one was a lot of fun, and I cannot wait for what the future holds with it, because to me, all the ingredients are here to make an absolute banger in the our modern times of what they can be capable of in terms of CGI and music and where they go with the story. I think it'll just be fantastic, so I can't wait to see what comes of Lilo and Stitch.
Well, we do have a live action
trailer.
coming.
Yeah, live action is coming
3 months ago. Wow.
They made it look like it's
he
pretty
looks
damn good.
He looks like the
Is this
cartoon.
a real? Okay,
Yeah,
this is from Disney.
Yeah, they're doing a 2025 version.
Yep.
Oh,
And,
come on.
Memorial Weekend.
Perfect timing. Look at
Wow,
us.
real perfect timing.
Look at us.
And
nailing
then
it.
Dave even put up, when we looked at it, it had the original movie poster where it had every Disney character looking down at him and said, "There's one in every family right there." Dave has it up. And
nice.
I think it was perfect. I love this movie. I thought it was great. The first part where I almost lost it is him with that ugly duckling book, and he said, "I'm lost," because you're then feeling for him. Yeah, he came in. He's funny. He's like, relatively cute, obviously for being the animated goofball alien, whatever it's supposed to be, trying to be a dog, like biting his feet and rolling around and just causing utter chaos. But he ended up learning about family and Owani and like just how much it meant to him that he'd leave no one behind. And I think he saw that, he started making all these mistakes and it wasn't just affecting him. If it was affecting him, didn't matter. But it's affecting all the people around him because he eventually learned that Lila was not going to leave him behind either because of how much she did for him and how much she cared about him. So they go around, and with the ending too, I was wondering where they're going to go with it. Like, how are they going to be able to fix this, so to speak? Like, yeah, he could save her, but all right, but then where do you go from there?
Yeah, well, because they teased it, right? They teased Stitch leaving, her not wanting him there, like the sister and Lilo fighting a little bit in the beginning.
I was figuring that maybe Stitch was going to get taken, then somehow it was a tease at the end that, hey, he's back or something. I didn't know, but I thought how they did it was great, especially. But Cobra was giving me good vibes of Men in Black because he's in all black. Dave mentioned the shiny tie because they always did that in the animation. It was great, and just even down to the black sunglasses. I was waiting for him to pull out the neuralizer and change everybody's perspective of what's been going on in this movie. But this, to me, was a classic Disney one, and it really hit hard about being there for family, and then even the realization at the end when the main baddie, so to speak, and heard Stitch talk and say, "This is my family. They took me when no one else would. They may be broken, but they're still good." I mean, come on, that was a great message to send right at the end for everyone.
I was actually kind of surprised that they were gave that very quick redemption for that the main baddie.
Yeah,
I can't remember the name.
Gantu, the big guy.
Well, no, not
like the one that looked like
commander.
The commander.
I'll just say Queen, even though that's not it. But
yeah.
I wasn't expecting her to just be like, "Oh, yep, you are protected by us now." And then with her, I mean, she was showing that realization of Stitch and how much family was starting to mean to everybody there, and boom, that was quick. So I guess I wasn't expecting that. Not saying it was bad. I just wasn't expecting it. I figured she'd be like, all right, you do your thing. We're going to go do our thing. But she opened wide up and gave him even protection.
Yeah, well, it was such a unique road they took to tell this story because everything was so unexpected. Typically you can kind of protect, you can kind of predict the way these stories are going to go, and I don't think any of us really could because they took such a unique twists and turns to how they got there. I thought it was great.
And and you say the quick redemption, but it was kind of interesting because she realized that, like, because when they first were introduced to Stitch, he was designed to do one thing. He could learn and everything, but he was designed to do one thing. And then she saw that he grew into something entirely different. And then I love the fact that, hey, I own him, so that would be you stealing him. And I think it was
rules are rules.
Well, you're right. Well, I'm keeping you here forever. Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah, worked out for everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, this movie was phenomenal. I mean, it was so much. It was so much fun. They had the lessons, which, as Mason Quinn brought up, they get a little bit of gut punch, a little bit of emotion, but not so much so that you're really just losing it throughout the course of the film. And I know we've gotten that a little bit more recently with some of the movies that we've watched, most notably Coco and Up, where they really get you in there some really heavy subject matter. Where this one, it was fun, it taught the lessons, you had really good character development. I loved the voice cast. Ving Rhames, we had Tia Carrere as Nani, which I didn't catch.
I never would have caught that unless we looked up who the
my mind was
Tia.
And it's been
Bravo, Tia.
It's been a while since we've seen Tia Carrere and kind of in a leading role. So her voice didn't kind of pop right away for me. But of course, any of us that grew up in the '90s, like Tia Carrere is like one of our all-time favorites.
Her name was
Kevin McDonald from, of course, Kids in the Hall. Ving Rhames. I would have never guessed that was Jason Scott Lee. Jason Scott Lee, of course, in the '90s, portrayed Bruce Lee in a movie about Bruce's life. So a great voice cast that did a really good job with this. Again, this is one of those things, and I've talked about this more recently on the channel with having a 4-year-old. When we sit down for family night on Friday nights or Saturday nights and do a movie, we like to watch movies that are fun, that do teach some lessons, but are lighthearted enough where it's not the big gut punch, or it's not heavy topics where you have to be explaining certain things to children that might be a little bit heavy. Look, as he gets a little bit older, yes, the type of subject matter that we can enjoy changes, but this one was perfect, and it wasn't without its lessons. And this was one where I think younger children will be able to enjoy it, and you can kind of say, hey, the family thing. But people who are older, who maybe have been through some of those experiences, they're gonna relate to this in a lot different manner. You know, they said just because, you know, they talked about being a broken family, right?
Yeah.
And
like, when was the last time they talked about that in a Disney movie?
Well, that's the thing. So it's,
you know,
and it's,
if ever.
So I grew up in a very small town here in Wisconsin, and I went to a Catholic grade school, and there was maybe, I can think of myself, one other family, my friends Peter and William, whose parents were divorced. Right.
Well, you go to a public school, it's everywhere.
When you grew up in a Catholic school in the 80s and 90s, like, you know, small community, all the families were together at church, and there was no divorced parents. And look, my family life was great. My stepdad is an amazing human. My dad was, you know, it's not like a situation where he wasn't involved in my life because him and my mom were together. My stepmom was amazing. So, you know, technically I came from a broken family, obviously much different. I'm not trying to compare it to the situation with Lilo and Nani, who lost their parents in an accident. But even, you know, growing up in quote unquote a broken family, there's times like you feel like an outsider. You do. And of course we saw that with Lilo and the other kids and things like that. And so the lessons about how your family doesn't have to be perfect to be full of love, I thought was great. And look, even though the lesson was Stitch, like when you were introduced to this character, look, he was cute and fuzzy from the beginning, but they painted him, hey, this is a creature who was meant to destroy and wreak havoc, and that's what everybody thought. And he was given an opportunity to experience family, to experience being, you know, wanted, to experience being part of something.
And he grew. He grew.
Yeah, and he grew into it, and he you know, just turned out to be a little cute little fellow who was lost. And I think it teaches, you know, I think this is a good lesson, especially for kids. It's not super heavy, but hey, let's not judge a book by its cover. Everybody said that Stitch was this mean character, and I can picture watching this with my little guy. People said Stitch was mean. Do you think he was mean? Well, no. Well, there it goes. Just because somebody says something about somebody else doesn't mean you believe it. And just because somebody says something about you, like, that doesn't make it true. You are who you are because of the things that you do, the actions that you take, the decisions that you make, not because of what other people say you are. And so I thought the lessons in here were great lessons. If you're watching as an adult, they can, you know, they're not super gut punch lessons, but they're just kind of those good reminders of like, hey, somebody's family doesn't have to be perfect for it to be absolutely overflowing with love. And just because, you know, somebody tells you that a person is this way or that way, you know, experience it for yourself before you pass judgment. But they're also superficial enough to where I think kids can take a lot away from this movie.
Yeah, well, I think that's a good point, just real quick to jump in about the difference between the kids and the parents watching it, because I think the kids watching it, when Lilo talks about her parents, she just said like they were driving and it was rainy out, and then she stops. The kids might not catch that. The parents know exactly what happened there. And that's more of a gut punch, I think, for the parents that the kids might maybe not catch.
Yeah, you know, they might. I mean, I could look. I have a 4-year-old, and I know you guys have kids. I'm sure you remember how curious they were. Well, what happened to mom and dad? And it's, you know, it's touchy. You know, everybody's kind of in their own spot where they talk to their kids about death at different ages. But again, just a perfect movie for where adults can watch and laugh and have a fun time with it. You know, a little bit of adult humor there at the end, you know, the bra on the head and stuff in the cape. But again, a really lighthearted movie that's fun for kids. It's not overly emotional, so it's not something where you watch it and you leave, you know, kind of needing to take a moment. You can just have fun and do it. I thought this movie was absolute perfection by Disney. They hit that perfect sweet spot where it's fun, it teaches lessons, a little bit of emotion to get you choked up. This movie was perfection for me.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I'll go ahead and second that.
You gonna let Dave say his?
Oh, I thought you started off already, and then you were going, and then kicked it. Go. No, go ahead, please.
No, I actually kind of want to put my focus on one. I did enjoy Chris Sanders' Stitch voicing because I thought that was great, and it does. I think, folks, you let me know actually because I didn't see it. Is he voicing Lilo, voicing Stitch in the live action?
Hope so.
I saw a few comments that looked like
Where's the comments?
when you were
Okay, so
scrolling through,
if that is true, then fantastic. Because I'm real curious to see what you guys think about the live action that's coming. I don't have obviously this is the first time just watching it, right? So I don't have like a deep affection to it to where it's like, no, don't you dare make a live. But I know some folks with How to Train Your Dragon, some folks in our trailer reaction to that said, hey,
good point.
Why are we doing this? Didn't need it. But I am curious to see if you guys are thinking the same way with this live action that's coming up.
I did catch a comment, and look, and I'm not saying that this is true. It was just a comment that I caught. Diamond Dave was scrolling through some stuff, and we saw the live action. I did catch a comment that said that was referencing that it was a shot-for-shot live action, and that they liked that, which I am a huge fan of, because as far as I know, How to Train Your Dragon is also supposed to be basically a shot-for-shot live action. From what we've seen of it, we saw the side-by-sides. And so for me, when I see a shot-for-shot live action, I love that, because it's the same story that we love. It's the exact same lines. You're taking something that people already love, and you're just changing the visual experience of it. Like when I went and saw Lion King, and it came out a few years ago, it was shot-for-shot the original Lion King. They said, we already have perfection. We're just going to make this a different visual experience. So as long as they do that, and of course that we watched, and I know it's a completely different genre, but we watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, the more recent one that they did on Netflix, and it was entertaining, but they tried taking all these creative liberties with the story, and it was like people loved the animation. All Netflix had to do with Avatar: The Last Airbender is literally give us a shot for shot, so we have a different visual medium, and it can be more engaging for maybe older audiences, and have the story feel like it has a little bit more depth. So for me, if they're going to do a live action and they go shot for shot, I think people will really appreciate that, as long as the animation looks good, which it did. But I could totally see, Dave, if you're talking like, hey, we're going to take the original story and we're going to make some changes here and there, then people have every right to be like, hey, you guys already had perfection. Why mess with that? But again, just off one comment, and I'm certainly not saying that's the case.
To that, though, some folks, there's probably more than a handful that would probably say, what was the point in even doing a shot for shot when we already have, and I'm not saying you shouldn't feel that way. No, but there are some folks that feel the exact opposite. Like, well, if we're getting shot for shot, why?
Yeah, that's why it's like you've got the characters. Give me another story with the characters. I've already seen them do this. I want to see them do something else.
Yep. So
see what you can do.
I have no horse in the race. I'm just
but I'm fine either
curious.
way.
Yeah, I'm curious now that we've seen this, and now knowing that in 2 months it's coming out. So now I'm really curious to see how it's going to turn out. I do hope, though, because back in this time of 2002 this was, so we'll say it's probably was getting started in 1999 and probably worked its way out to release here in 2002. But I am curious to see if they're going to give more story to hit more emotion, because I feel like they just touched how emotion it could get. For me, I'm not speaking for these guys or you, but I want to see now in the film, this was an hour 24. Are they going to give us an hour 50, almost 2 hours, but more for the viewer to get sucked in emotionally on some of these? And are they going to go a little further in the live action?
Well,
because
then when you're doing with the live action, you have the people and you're seeing the raw emotions that they're bringing to the character.
I mean, maybe you could Google it here while we're. And the one thing I was going to say to Mason Quinn, I know you love Lord of the Rings. Well, if they give you the exact same Lord of the Rings story for 3.5 hours long, but it was an animation, would it hit the same for you? And to my answer was no. Like the first time you saw Smaug the dragon, you were like, that's the dragon. Even when we watched Game of Thrones, you could take the exact same story from Game of Thrones and have it be animated and have the same story, the same characters, the same everything. Look, we've watched animated shows on this channel that had very adult content, but seeing creatures or stories that are fictional and fantasy, if you will, and then bringing them to life where it looks like something that could be real. Another thing I would say is Transformers. I mean, we loved Transformers in the 80s, and they did so many great things with the Transformers animated, but when they first brought us a really good live action and it looked like it was transforming, that for me is kind of the brilliance when they do live action. But
yeah, I mean, I think it gets a little bit tricky when you're dealing with like a book like Lord of the Rings, where it's been done and you're going to put that into a different medium versus you're taking a story, a movie that's already been told, and it's almost kind of a sequel or a prequel, but not really. It's just a twist on it.
No, but a lot of these are, but a lot of these aren't though. Like Lion King was not. They didn't touch it. And from what I understand with How to Train Your Dragon, they're not touching it. They're just bringing the exact same story. And so they're not twisting it. And but I agree with you 100%. I just saw something today. They were talking about Timothée Chalamet and Florence Pugh being potentially cast in a Tangled live action. But as long as they're telling the same story and they don't twist it, because I agree with you. When you have perfection, you're like, well, let's add this and add that. It's like, well, why did you need to do that? But just giving you the same story in a different visual medium, I think that.
So they're shooting for 2 hours, and here's the cast. So Tia's coming back, Jason's coming back, Chris is obviously coming back.
But Tia and Jason are going to be totally different characters.
They're going to be different characters, though. And then Zach Galifianakis is part of it.
I'm guessing he's
Billy Magnuson is part of it.
I thought Zach would be Pleaky.
Is that the guy from Roadhouse, the baddie?
Well, Roadhouse and Game Night.
Yeah,
so, but yeah, I mean, okay, now I'm a little bit more excited knowing that some of the cast is coming back.
Hill is
Hannah Waddingham is part of that. I probably butchered your last name, so sorry, Hannah.
Waddingham, yeah.
But wow, okay.
Courtney B. Vance is going to be
Were you
Cobra.
able to see anything as to whether they were confirmed as to whether it was going to be a shot for shot with the original?
That I didn't look up. I was just looking for.
We're just looking for.
That would be. But I agree with you. If they're going to take the original and try twisting, like, come on, just leave it alone. But if they just give us the shot for shot in a different medium, then I think that would be fun. So,
all right. Well, I think if we're going to keep looking at Dave, looking at the computer, we could do our scores.
Yeah.
What do you got, Quinn?
Yeah, for me, this was absolutely awesome. 5 out of 5 answers for me, mostly because, look, the music was great, but they took a story and a theme that might be relatively simple and took a real different way to get there. That was very original, had some twists and turns in a, let's call it a kid's movie that was only an hour and 25 minutes long. I thought they did a fantastic job packing in what they needed to make it great. And real unforgettable movie.
Possible shot for shot manner.
Possible shot.
Possible.
Shot.
Well, I thought you would have given it a 5 just because of Stitch, because you would have loved Stitch so much.
Wow.
A way to your heart is a good, adorable creature.
Good little mischievous creature.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
For me, I don't even need to say more. This was a 5 out of 5. This was an awesome movie to watch, and loved it.
Yeah, I'll go. Since Oak is coloring. 4 for me, and yes, I am comparing it to some other animated films that we watched. So for me, it is a 4. Still very entertaining, still fun, but now I'm actually pretty excited to see how they're going to deliver the live action film here in a couple months.
Rewatchability up for you too?
I mean, yeah, I would throw it if it's on. And the kids are around. I'm like, here, go ahead and watch it.
Here's some Elvis.
Yes, and by the way, bravo to almost having every track in here Elvis, because I haven't seen that really done in many films at all. So that was pretty.
I just love having him with Elvis. So that's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
And again, shout out to Tia, because gosh, Wayne's World.
The name was
True Lies.
5 for me. Look, again, they did a perfect job of telling a fun, lighthearted story, giving you some emotion. I was going to bring up the Elvis thing. So we watched The Spirit of Cimarron, of course. And one of my my high points of praise for that film was, imagine the pitch room where they were like, what are we going to do for a soundtrack? Should we get this person, this person, this person? Somebody was just like, why don't we just do all Bryan Adams? You mean like one or two? No. The whole thing, all Bryan Adams.
Let them take control.
And it felt like that's what they came in. What should we do for music? Should we get this, this, and this? Why don't we just do all Elvis? Some Elvis? No. All Elvis. Well, we can even have Stitch dress up as Elvis. That was perfection. A 5 for me. Absolutely loved it.
All right, there you go. We thoroughly enjoyed it. Hopefully you all enjoyed it as much as we did. Hey, maybe we'll see you around Memorial Day weekend to see the next one.
Right.
So for Appleton Oak, Diamond Dave, that's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, the answer. Good night now, pals.